Today I will be reviewing a project, a crypto token called FNBTC. Someone asked me to review this. It is a mining uh, project, all right. Fuel New BTC is the official mining token of New Bitcoin, and according to them, they say it is decentralized and trustless mining protocol on the BNB blockchain. So this project is on BNB blockchain. So they say that it powers the mining of New BTC, the next big opportunity in crypto. All right. So the highlights of the tokenomics are maximum supply. They say is 21 million FNBTC, just like Bitcoin. And then 90% of supply is available via mining. All right. So all the supplies is available via mining. So as you are mining, you will be gaining the token. So no pre-sale, no VC control, 100% community driven. All right. So it is community that drives, according to them, utility based distribution, no centralized allocation. So no centralized allocation, which means one person cannot hold more of the token. All right. So usability and demand. They say it is required to mine new BTC, that is new Bitcoin, and every mining block distributes both new BTC plus fuel new BTC rewards. Okay, high demand from miners, constant buying pressure, swappable via pancake swap for easy access. All right, so you can use pancake swap for it. Okay, so they gave the reasons why it will increase, and then I think that is also. I will be making a review of this project to know if it is really a legit mining project, whether the token is really a legitimate so we'll start from the front end like we always do. We analyze the front end, then we analyze the back end, then we analyze the contracts, code, and every other thing. All right. So let's go straight to it. All right. This is the project called New Bitcoin, right? So, um, when you are on a project like this is a crypto project, this is a coin, all right? So, and we are making a research about a coin. So, we are going to do a live research about this coin to know if it is really worth buying or if it is really worth investing your money on or not. All right. So, there are just few checklists we are going to make here. We've already read the tokenomics, we've already seen the tokenomics, just a summary of the tokenomics, and then we are going to check the uh, few things to actually confirm if what they stated on the tokenomics is actually what is the real thing on the this thing on the project, right? And then we are going to check all that from the contract address, not just from the website. All right. So the way this website works is that if you connect your wallet, you can then fund it and buy some fuel BTC that you can be using to mine. All right. So that is what it means. So I think there are levels, like there are different amounts to you can fund with for you to be able to mine. So each of these pools here, you can see pool 1 use 152.20 slash 100,000 FMBT. So I think if you select anyone, you can fund the account with it, and then you start mining, right? So it all depends on how much you are willing to invest and then mine. So that is how it works. Now first and foremost, we'll be checking few things. Number one, we are checking when this website was created and when this project started, right? So I think this is a new project from what we've already seen in the before. And then we are going to check the holders, all right? Who are those holding these coins? How many percent is allocated to each person, right? So we're going to check that, because that is what determines how viable a coin is, the number of people holding it, and also how concentrated it is. All right. So that is it. If a few wallets are holding majority of the coin, then it is a red flag, right? Because the few persons can decide to sell off and the market will crash. So we are going to check that. We're also going to check the liquidity pool All right, if there is no liquidity, then the project, you cannot sell, you cannot buy. You may buy, but you will not be able to sell. All right, so we have to check the liquidity to know if they have enough liquidity. If liquidity is below $50,000, then the liquidity is very low. All right, so we are going to check the liquidity to know if they have enough liquidity. All right, and then we are also going to check if the liquidity is locked, because it is not enough to have liquidity. There are people, a lot of coins that you will see enough liquidity, and then the next day there will be nothing again. So we are going to check if the liquidity is locked, and we are also going to check the number of days or months or years the liquidity is locked, so that at least before that time you will still be able to do your transactions and all that. And then we're also going to check if this contract is renounced, if the ownership is renounced, because if the ownership still have access to this project, if the owner still have access to this project, then there's a tendency of him manipulating things and rug pull the investor. So we are going to check if the ownership is renounced. All right, so these are the few things we are going to check, and we are going to use different tools to check this particular project. So firstly, let's start with the website. Of course, you can see the website already. All right, so we've already read the summary of how this website works. So we're going to get their contract address and do the research step by step. All right, so if you go to whois.com, you will see all the information you need about this project. This website, newbitcoin.pro, was registered on 9th of April 2025 and will expire on 9th of April 2028, and it was updated on 23rd of July 2025. All right, so this simply means that this is a new project. All right, now the next thing we are going to check is the contract address. Do they have a contract address? Yes. If you go to swap here, if you click on swap here, you will see the contract address. You see FNBTC contract, new BTC contract, new USD contract, and the rest. You even see the option to buy it on pancake swap, which shows that yes, they are actually on pancake swap. All right, so let's check this contract. All right, so let's copy the contract address and check it out. Okay, so as you can see here, this is the contract code of new BTC, and you can see the transactions and everything here, but that is not really my major concern here. There's no much liquidity in BSC scan didn't actually show much liquidity, but we are still going to confirm it in other platforms. All right, but what BSC scan is showing here is $122, which is very low, but we are going to confirm it in another platform. All right, you can see this this contract was created about 69 days ago, which also tallies with what we've already seen initially, that it is a new project. And then you can see that the contract is verified, which is good. All right, so if you click on it, you can see the code, it is readable. All right, so if you go to the readable mode, there's something I also want to show you there. So on the readable mode, you can see function renounce ownership, public virtual only owner, transfer ownership address 0, which means that yes, the ownership of this contract has been renounced. So the person that created this contract will not have control over it again because the ownership has been renounced. All right, but that is still not enough. There are other things I said we are going to check out as well. So let's go to desk screener. So before we go to desk screener, this is pancake swap. All right, so on pancake swap you can see that yes, this project is on pancake swap. All right, okay, so you can see NewUsd slash FNBTC on pancake swap, and one NewUsd is 0.109 FNBTC, then one FNBTC is 9.14 NewUsd, and you can see that they have total tokens locked 9,171 for NewUsd, and FNBTC is 12,036,000. All right, so that is that on that. So you can see that of course they are really on pancake swap. So and you can swap from NewUsd to FNBTC on pancake swap. All right. Okay, so as you can see, this is Dex tools, right? So on Dex tool, you can see that yes, this is on Dex tool, and you can see market cap 191.67 million, liquidity 114.9k, and you can see the lock key here, which simply indicate that yes, the liquidity is locked just as they said. And then circulation supply, you can see 21 million is already in circulation, and then holders 9.71k, that is 9,000 people, over 9,000 people. Total market cap 191.67 million, 24-hour volume 8.44k, total supply 21 million, just like they said, very correct. Volatility 0.0734. all right, so yes, the project is really the way they claimed, but not all. There are still other things we need to check. So that the liquidity is locked is not enough. You also need to know the period of time that liquidity is locked for, so that you, because the moment there is no liquidity, like I said before, you will not be able to sell if you are holding that particular coin. So you can always check the liquidity to know, yes, if they still have enough liquidity for you to hold their coin. All right, even though the liquidity is not strong, is not big enough, but at least is manageable. There are some that don't even have up to 50,000 on liquidity. So you can see 34%, 34.9% locked liquidity for 58 months. 34.9, just the liquidity is locked for 58 months. All right, so between now to 58 months, you can, if the coin did well, of course you might have made some good profit from it if they actually do well. But based on the total supply, and I don't really actually know what the utility is, but based on the total supply and circulating supply, it is a promising project if it is driven by community as they stated. But I'm going to check if this project is actually driven by the community as they stated. All right, so before we proceed, let's check the we just used token sniffer to also scan this project, and this is the analysis. Token is sellable, not honeypot at this time, so that means you can sell. Buy fee is less than 5%, which is also a good review. And then save fee is less than 5%, which is also good. Contract analysis, verified contract source, ownership renounced, just like I stated initially that the ownership is renounced. You can see here the token sniffer also confirmed that the ownership is renounced. All right, creator not authorized for special permission. Yes, the creator will not be able to do manipulate the token code or anything. All right, and then but holders analysis, creator wallet contains less than 5% of circulating token supply, which is also a good something. All other holders possess less than 5% of circulating token supply, which is not actually good for a coin. But based on the fact that maybe it is a new project, let's give them a benefit of that maybe with time they may work on that. Top 10 token holders possess less than 70% of circulating token supply. Less than, yes, but I'm going to confirm that on chain. Okay, liquidity analysis. Okay, adequate current liquidity 2.45 USDT in pancake swap view. Okay, at least 95% of largest pools liquidity bond locked for 15 days or longer. Okay, so this particular place in USDT, the liquidity they mentioned here is very low. All right, is very low. Okay, is very low, but we hope that they add more liquidity to their token, because yes, it is a new project and anything can happen. All right, so that is that on that. So even on Gecko terminal, you can also see the same thing. 24-hour volume 11.8k, liquidity 141.09k, and then holders 9.74k. Age 2 months. This project is 2 months. All right, FDV 224.11 million and market cap 224.11 million. Right, so you can see that yes, it is just a confirmation of what we've already seen on the other page. But this is not all the checklist. I'm going to do my final checklist right now, and I give you my final verdict on this particular project. All right, so my final checklist is going to be on the holders. All right, we're going to check the holder. Like I said, if few persons are holding more of the token, then it is not really good. It is not really good, because they can decide to sell off and everybody will lose their money. So we're going to check those who are holding this token to know if the token is equally distributed, or at least few persons are not holding majority of it. And also, just like they stated that it is decentralized, that the holders are not centralized as well. So we're going to check that, and that is going to be our final check. All right, you can see that the holders is consistent with all the holders are consistent with all the places we've checked. So you can see that here maximum total supply is 21 million, just like they stated, and the holders is 9,712, just like we've seen on other platforms. So we're going to check the holders. All right, now when you see something that looks an address that has a kind of contract beside it, it means that it is a contract address, all right, which cannot be manipulated. But when you see an address like this that is plain, that doesn't have a contract beside it, it means that yes, it may be an individual's address that the person can use to send out or receive coins. All right, so now this is okay, you can see that the percentage of holders, that first address is holding over 84% of that particular coin, which is very bad. It is very bad for one wallet to hold 84% of a coin. If this person decide to sell off, the market will crash. That is what it means. If this person decide to say his 84% of this coin, which is over 17,699,900 out of 21 million supply, somebody is holding 17 million. So if the person sell the 17 million, what happens? The market will crash drastically. The price will drop drastically. So if you're investing on a project like this, maybe you are investing for a future purpose, but I can tell you that this is a red flag for me. Personally, for me, this is a red flag for somebody to be holding. Okay, if this were to be a contract, okay, let's even check if this contract, let's check if this address is functional. So let's click on it. Let's click on the address. Let's check if it's functional. Okay, so you can see that this address is functional because this address did transaction 6 hours ago. It sent out coin 6 hours ago. You can see out, and then 6 hours ago it also sent another, and then 42 days ago it sent out, and then 44 days ago it received. So which means somebody is in control, somebody is in charge, is managing this address. All right, so let me show you the difference between this address now and the other address that is holding 10%, which is a contract address. All right, this is the contract address holding 10%. If this money were to be here, then it would have been understandable, but the fact that it is in an address that somebody can easily sell or receive with, then it is very wrong. So let me show you the difference. You can see this contract address. Now I just clicked on it. You can see the difference. You cannot manipulate this contract address here. All right, you can see that it only received but it didn't send out, and it happened about 52 days ago. Are you getting it? So just like they stated that it is not centralized, other aspects of it are not centralized, but the token is centralized on one wallet, which means that it is not actually driven by community the way they stated. It is not driven by community. So we hope that, okay, because it's a mining project, maybe they are manually sending to the miners, because I don't understand how a personal wallet will be having such. So let's see if subsequently they change. But if you are investing on this project, I can tell you, manage your risk. It is very risky for one wallet to have this. It means that this is a very risky project. So always apply your risk management.